The date, 2012. Little Adin Ross was peacefully sleeping, where he gets suddenly awaked by getting brutally stabbed by a mentally unstable family relative. This is the life of Adin Ross.
Yeah, but no matter what I do, I'm grinding. Like every single day, I'm streaming every single day. This is my dream, right? So every single day, you will catch me grinding. You know, I want this more than anything. My friends look at me crazy when I tell them I'm doing a 12-hour stream tonight. They're like, you're crazy. How could you do that for 12 hours? I'm like, look, this is what I want to do. This is all gonna pay off.
Born in Boca Raton, Florida, in the USA, Adin grew up in the typical middle-class environment. The classic kid who was raised playing video games with parents who are constantly separating, resulting in him moving around houses a lot. Adin has openly spoke of how his upbringing was pretty average, but that doesn't take away from some of the traumatizing incidents he went through in his childhood. This stressful environment, constantly moving, family trauma, and traumatic incidents in his past made Adin extremely addicted and passionate about gaming because in reality it helped him escape his own life. All of this at a young age showed Adin that he wanted to escape for good from his current life, and he was smart enough to realize that just gaming all of his life wasn't good enough. So at the age of 15, he found his biggest aspiration in life. It wasn't till 3 more years down the line he started to actually follow through with his dreams. He started streaming consistently in January of 2019 at the age of 18 years old. While his peers were enjoying the last days of their high school senior experience, Adin sacrificed it all, skipping the events and parties to put in the work and grind towards his dream, even streaming up to 12 hours a day. He was one of the thousands of aspiring streamers, but he had the grit and determination to rise above the rest. Adin grew to become one of the most popular streamers in the world within the span of 2 years. But how did he do it? And is it replicatable for the average person? Adin started off streaming his favorite game, 2K. This is where he originally grew his stream and built a community. He was quite skilled in the game actually, but he sure as hell wasn't the best, which is what his funny personality made up for. Now after streaming 2K for months on end, he eventually got invited to a clan titled Always Excelling, or AE for short. This clan led him to meeting and becoming close friends with Bronny, LeBron James' son, which led them to making a bunch of content together and competing in competitions and wagers as a team. Now, one wager in specific was against some of the best players in the game. They ended up winning the $4,000 wager, their biggest win yet, which led to Adin's most OG viral clip, him meeting LeBron James through voice chat.
Can I say hi?
You want to say hi?
Yeah.
Yeah. Adin. Hold on. Here. You're not on camera. I know you're not on camera. What's good, bro?
It's LeBron?
He said, is this LeBron?
Yo, first of all, I gotta say, gigantic fan. I love you. I don't want to be a fanboy, but like, I love you.
Nah, it's all respect, man. I appreciate it, man.
And look,
showing love and respect to me and my son.
That's right. Look, listen, me and B, we swept them, and we did it for Cleveland.
I love it. Yes, sir. Nice meeting you, man.
Hey, nice meeting you.
Keep it going, all right?
Yeah, all right, bro.
Soon after all this, the new 2K was released on PS5. A fresh game that turned out to be hot garbage. The game was a disaster, constantly bugging and lagging, not adding any good content, and led the community to outrage. And the one in command of the outrage? The man himself, Adin Ross. As one of the biggest influences in the 2K community at the time, he was pissed off at how bad the new game was, which he took to Twitter to voice his frustrations, creating the hashtag #MakeTwoKFunAgain, which ended up trending #1 on the platform. 2K wasn't too fond of this, and they cut all ties with Adin Ross. So he had no choice but to move on from 2K, but little did he know, this would be the best decision of his entire career. Not only did Adin survive this transition from his main game, he blew the fuck up because of it. Well, he created a new type of content that nobody had ever seen before on Twitch, online e-dates. Similar to the Bachelorette show, he picked one beautiful girl and got a bunch of funny guys which competed for that singular girl, doing rounds of elimination till there was one man left standing. As you can tell, this created some juicy content that made Adin go even more viral than he already was. More months down the line, the e-dating content started to dry up, so Adin decided he wanted to go back to gaming. But not just any gaming, GTA roleplay. He managed to get invited into the rapper T Grizzly's server, which was the most popping server at the time. Think of it as one of the best networking opportunities one can get. A bunch of famous influencers all playing together, making relationships, money, and cultivating even more fame. It was a haven for Adin, everything he ever dreamed of. This connection with T Grizzly eventually led him to connecting with even more rappers and collaborating with big stars such as Uzi, Lil Yachty, Blueface, DDG, and even talking to stars like Drake.
It's nice to finally meet you, bro.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you, bro.
It's cool because we're both Jewish, you know, so.
I know.
As a result of all this, Adin's fame reached international heights, and he had finally achieved everything he dreamed of. But then, something happened that changed Adin forever. On July 12th of 2022, Adin Ross streamed with the most controversial man on the internet, Adin Tate. With these streams with Adin Tate, Adin Ross topped all of his records, including his viewer count record, breaking over 270,000 live viewers with his first stream with Tate. That singular stream was the beginning of something huge for Adin, setting in stone his dramatic future ahead. Soon after, on August 22nd, Adin Tate was banned on basically all social media platforms, and the heat was on for Adin, who was under intense pressure of being banned for heavily supporting Andrew. But there had been a seed planted in Adin's mind that couldn't be reversed. So what's happening with Adin Ross? Well, with his current ways of doing drugs, messing with any girl he could get his hands on, and sacrificing all his dignity just for some views.
But you want to grab your ass, I want to smell it.
Just follow me. What the fuck?
Can I sniff your butt? Come here.
Nobody believed he could make this big of a transformation in his life that Adin Tate was pushing for, but Adin stands to prove everyone wrong, where he's now working out every day, going celibate, eating healthy, sobering up, and embracing the best mindset he's ever had. Adin Ross is changing and inspiring his whole audience in the process. Tate planted a seed in Adin that made him look at the world completely differently. No longer was Adin only thinking about the views and the money, he was actually thinking about God, about making the world a better place. Adin will be around for years and years to come, and we'll probably keep hearing about him for decades from now. And his future is all but a mystery to everyone. But it seems as if he's not just going to be another entertainer selling his soul to get more views and relevancy. He's actually trying to inspire the young generation of men to do better. But to answer the question before, is Adin Ross's success replicable? Well, not necessarily, because copying what someone else is doing will always leave you in the dust. Instead, you're going to have to create a product unique to the market just like Adin did, to where you basically have no more competition, it's just you in your own market. If you can manage to do this in basically any industry, whilst also being driven and disciplined enough to grind it out for years, the universe has basically no choice but to give you the success that you deserve.